Just a quick example on how to do these problems. Yeah, I'm not going to do all of them, but start with number 7. A sub 1 is given, R is given, N is given, and you plug it into the formula. That's also uploaded in your Google Classroom. So S of n equals A sub 1 times 1 minus R to the nth power divided by 1 minus R is the formula. So you plug in all the numbers. Make sure you use parentheses as you see in there. So if you plug that into calculator, you're gonna get 29,524. That's it. Very simple. And then next problem, number 16. You have the series written out, but first you have the n equals 9. That's part of the equation that you need to use. So make sure you look at that. And then the a sub 1 is the very first term. So it's not written out, but you could see it from the question. So a sub 1 equals negative 0.25. Now to get the R is what you're multiplying as you go from one term to the next term. So you could divide any one of these, but I'm just going to look at the one that's easiest. So from 1 to the negative 4, you have to multiply by negative 4. So R equals negative 4. And then you plug all that into the formula. And again, make sure you use the parentheses, because if you don't, the calculator is going to divide first instead of subtracting. So, and also negative 4, don't turn into a positive 4 on the numerator. It will stay as minus. So use the parentheses. And the answer is negative 13,107.25. Let's try number 18. Summation notation, but all the information that you need is still there. So first, looking at the bottom of it, so a sub 1, to get the first term, you just plug in the 1. Sometimes it starts with a different number, but on the worksheet it always starts with 1. So plug in the 1. And 2 to the 0 power is not 0, it's 1. So 3 times 1 gives you, first term is 3. And then to get R, there's easier way, but one, just to make sure that you always get the right answer, just plug in the second term. So a sub 2, and then you figure out what you have to multiply to get to the second term. So that will give you the R. So if you plug in 2 into the n, you're going to get 3 times 2 to the 2 minus 1 power. So if you work that out, that's going to be a 6, which means if you multiply 3 times what gives you 6, well, 3 times 2, so R equals 2. Okay. And then, well, that's, hopefully you could see that 3 comes from the coefficient and 2 is the base, but that's just a shortcut. You don't need to know that. So, and then you need to know the n. N is on top of the sigma notation, so n equals 9. And if you plug all that into the formula, so sum is equal to all this, and work that out is 1,533. Okay, so next one, number 22. What you're missing is the n. To get there, you have to use the first formula. That's also in the notes. That's in the Google Classroom. So plug everything in here, and you're gonna get, you're gonna have the numbers, but you have the n missing. So you're gonna solve for the n. So first divided by 4, you get that. And then you're supposed to use a log function after this, but I think it's easier if you just use a negative 3 to the watt power. So if you just try to use a calculator to figure out negative 3 to the watt power gives you negative 19,683. Turns out to be 9th power. So if you cancel out the negative 3, the base, you get 9 equals n minus 1, so n is equal to 10. So now use the 10, n equals 10, in the summation formula, the series. If you plug it in, you're going to get 4 times parentheses. Make sure you use the parentheses as you see it, and you're going to get the answer.